a group of dads have completed an epic 3-day challenge to raise money for the Children's Hospice Tea Haven. Over the weekend, the group climbed 10 of Wales's highest mountains before cycling from Brecon to Cardiff, all within 56 hours. Well, I'm delighted to say that James Meacham and Matt Evans, who both completed the challenge, join me now. Thank you so much for coming in. How are you both feeling? Aching, I'd imagine.
Yeah, aching and tired. Yeah, in that order.
How was it then? Tell me all about it.
I think it was far harder than any of us anticipated. Much more of a grueling exercise, especially in North Wales. There was a lot more scrambling and climbing and with a bit of walking in between. It was really, really tough.
And tell me about the motivations behind this challenge then, because as you say, it wasn't a small feat.
No, it wasn't. I've been a recipient of Tea Haven services for the last 4 years, I suppose. My son was first diagnosed with his illness in 2018 and then he passed away 18 months later. But all through that journey and since then, my family and I have been supported by the hospice, and especially when Thomas was going there, and we were really struggling with care and respite. And as I'm sure Matt will allude to now, it allows you to feel normal. So it's a bit of a cliche, but what we've been through over the last 3 days is nothing compared to what the children and families go through who use the hospice.
Yeah, Matt, tell me a bit more about how Tea Haven supports families like yours.
So Darcy's used the service for 3-4 years now. The support they give us is amazing. We're able to go and stay at the hospice as a family, not just Darcy goes there. And we all just feel, like Jim said, it feels like home. It allows us to feel really normal. But they cater for everybody. It's not just Darcy who receives the care, but we get to use all the facilities, the hydro pool, the soft play. The kids love it there. The 2 siblings of Darcy, and yeah, we just have an amazing time.
In terms of the challenge then, and the group of you dads, what difference does it make, kind of all being together and being able to relate to each other, I suppose?
I think it speaks volumes that Matt and I never met until 2 or 3 training walks ago, but like anybody who's a parent of Tea Haven, you're part of a club that nobody wants to be part of. Yeah. So you have, and again, it sounds like another cliche, but you have an immediate bond. And certainly with men's mental health being so high profile at the moment, and rightly so, us as children, or as bereaved dads or children of fathers of life-limited kids, we're in a smaller demographic again, so there's not many people you can use to empathise with, like normal friends, family, etc. So having this group to bounce off and vent to while you're really struggling halfway up the mountain is really useful. It's got a double benefit. We're raising lots of money for the hospice, but also we're doing wonders for us as a group as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Were there any moments then where it felt particularly challenging, and how about highlights as well?
There are lots of moments that are particularly challenging. Coming off Snowdon very late at night after being walking for around 12 hours. Ironically, the lows were the highs because of the fact that how we felt at the time and we'd actually achieved what we set out to. It was just amazing. We just didn't think we would get to that point. So yeah, the fatigue was the worst as well. 2 hours sleeping in a minibus overnight and then 5 mountains in the beacons the next day is not ideal.
How about for you, James?
Yeah, the high points were the sort of more adventurous bits, because the little boy in me came out like, oh, I like to climb this, I'll climb that. And then I realised I'm actually 43 years old, and if I fall off there, I'm really going to hurt myself. So the high points and the hard bits were kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Some of the bit that stuck out to me was, even though we did it in what is essentially summertime, it was so cold at the top of the mountains that I really didn't expect to feel such a difference in temperatures. And it's
braving all the elements.
Yeah,
then.
It's a good job you carried all the right kit, because you'd really struggle without it.
Very quickly, any more challenges on the horizon, or a well-deserved break?
Well, at the moment, a well-deserved break. I'm assuming there'll be more challenges, but
yeah, I have a horrible feeling there's more in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Oh, well, best of luck, and we'll definitely catch up with you for those.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming in.